Need your little booster pack on there. Does it turn on? There, hey, here we go. Oh, what are you doing today, Rick? Well, I'll show you. Welcome to the Rick Bork channel, where the beer's always cold, language fucking sucks, my shit's always broken, and your opinion doesn't matter. Borkfest 2022 is July 29th and 30th, so come on over and have a beer and have a good time, and you can regret yourself later. Ugh. Close enough. I'll clean it up later. Okay, so it's fucking Saturday. I had to work. Fair beer shit. Only one more of them bitches. Yeah, so in the process of getting a shop ready for fucking getting some real work done, which I need to get done in the next couple, 3-4 weeks here. Not that we don't get stuff done in here, but it needs to be more streamlined and organized and ready to go. Because we're not working with a ton of space, so it's got to be efficient, right? My wonderful wife also says we need to have a better area than what we had here for live streaming, which is kind of a disorganized shit show. And originally, she didn't join me much. Now she pretty much joins me on every one at some point, usually later on, about halfway through, and then Bob shows up about 3/4 of the way through, and you know how this stuff goes. Oh, for fuck's sake. Not complaining, I love you both. So, I'm reorganizing here, and this is all going to go be redone different, and recliners over here, you have to pull it out for it to recline, but whatever. She wants it to be more conducive for a 2-person sitting, so the extension cord will have to get coiled up and thrown over there, but we'll have 2 chairs and probably a little fucking table or something, and our fucking, for puck's sake, we'll be there. And we got some special shit brewing for St. Patrick's Day, so if you get a chance to jump on in, we'll have something going for St. Patrick's Day or the Wednesday before. I'm not sure. We'll put it up to a vote because we're not fucking playing the game 2 days in a row. I can tell you right now. My body ain't going to take that shit. So, that's kind of the lowdown there. We're moving stuff around. We're cleaning everything up, but we're going to have a new live stream space and whatnot. And I'll probably debut before you see this video, but whatever. If you don't come in on the live streams, now you know that we have a new live stream set up. How's that? So, my methodology here is minus the ladder. Those things are stuff that need to go into storage down in the pole barn or elsewhere. That butcher stuff all has to come off, get cleaned up, and should get put in the cooler. So that way when we're rotating in, and I need to get into butchering here too, but we got a little bit of a delay on that because of weather and just a multitude of other things I've been so damn busy with, but we got to get some meat cut up amongst other things. So organization in here is going to be a big deal. I'm going to move some things around, clean some things up. We don't need, well, everything's out. May as well wipe it all down, clean it up, whatever, I guess. So I'm going to work over there. The drill press is going to find its home. We're just going to we're starting here. That corner is kind of that corner for right now. There's the meat cutting bandsaw and some tables in there. And just a little miscellaneous. I'm leaving that alone for right now. Not a huge deal. The sign's going to go up there. So we're kind of going to go, whoops, dropping the camera here. We're kind of going to go around the shop and then work our way back up in the next couple of weeks here, because I got a lot of things that I got to take account for, a lot of things coming home, etc., etc. So, we'll get that done, and like I said, explained in a previous video, some big changes coming, so I'm gonna get some shit done in here and I'll bring it back. Well, so as you guys have probably seen in the video, I don't know, that shit's, I've been so disorganized, so we're gonna try to get back on track here. So whatever you've seen before might not make sense, but we're good. Well, fuck it, whatever. This stuff that needs to go in the cooler, but it's all got to get cleaned up because we had a cow that's might have to go in the freezer real quick. So I don't really want to call and have it done because that costs me money, and I have all the equipment here to do it. I just need to have the time. She could wait a fucking month, but if push comes to shove, we'll make it happen. I'm trying to get her healthy here, and hopefully she doesn't just fucking die on me. So that stuff is ready, other than tomorrow I gotta get the cooler out, clean all that stuff, clean the cooler, get all that ready, and then maybe before the live stream on Wednesday, I don't know, it just depends on what she's looking like. Tomorrow night I'm gonna try to get her up. She's eating, she's drinking, she's doing all the things that she should be doing except for fucking standing up, so her legs look good, they move around, but she just fucking doesn't want to get up. Fights me. So tomorrow we're going to throw a strap underneath her, try to get her up on her feet, and see if we can at least try to keep her there. If nothing else, we'll get something underneath her and prop her up for a little bit. I'd like to get some circulation going back to them legs and all that before we go ahead and butcher her, because otherwise you're going to have blood clots and whatever else in the fucking legs, and you're losing meat anyway. So, yeah. That's probably going to be a lot of that over on the member side, so this would be a good opportunity. If you don't have a membership, you can now consider it, because there's probably going to be dumping a lot of that over there. So, we got to put some things away real quick. One's got a little bentitis. Blue pill. Anyway, never mind. That can go there. Well, we gotta make another one of these. Should probably make another one of these eventually. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna put it in here, but we'll put that up there where it can precariously perch and fall off and break the nozzle off on the fucking concrete. Because that always happens. Let's dive into that son of a bitch, shall we? Because I've been dicking around and not doing it. So let's get into this fucking bandsaw so that way we can start cutting materials for our other stuff. And in the midst of that, we'll probably be fucking butchering a cow. So, bandsaw video part 1. Let's do it. Okay, cord. Cords everywhere. So I don't want that fucker to fall over, but I need to be able to turn that switch on because I want to plug this bastard in and see if it even works before we start tearing it down and looking at everything, because this one needs a fucking good going through. It needs a blade, and it needs all kinds of shit. So we'll get into that as soon as we make sure the engine. Ha! Good job, Rick. Fuck's sake. Make sure the motor works. Jeez. Good. Some people would edit that shit out. Fuck it all on it. Whatever. It's been one of them days. Weeks. Oh, fuck. Fucking back is driving me nuts. hold on to that. Nothing there. That's probably because they're plugged into this stupid fucking thermostat fucking thing doesn't work. The pass-through part of it doesn't work. See if this works. Okay, so we have a fucking motor that works, so that's good. I'm on fucking engine mode because I was talking to a fella earlier about his vehicle, and yeah. Brain gets a little fucking weirdo sometimes, so well, we got a good motor. We're gonna need a belt. That thing is fucked. This thing needs to be cleaned. It needs to be fucking gone through. We gotta make guides for it and everything else. So let's dive in. Unplug it, Rick. That would be a good step. I'll go over here and put this extension cord away too. Okay, so thought that was grease. It's more like tar. We're gonna go ahead and slack this blade. That's your guide. We can go ahead. Ooh. Does that bastard move hard? Okay. Last time I used this thing, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Yeah, like that. Can you see that? If I quit dropping it, hold it steady. Yeah, she cuts, but not very well. Perfect. So we'll need a new one of those. So we're gonna keep this one around for measuring. I think there's one actually down on the pole barn, but we're not certain that that one fits. So we're gonna keep this one around for reference, because I don't know how big a blade this damn thing takes. Because, well, it is a, I don't even know what brand this is. You know what brand this is? No idea. This is another one of those for the era. They were probably true bandsaw. Heavy duty bandsaw. That's what it says. So for the era, there was a whole bunch of them made and just somebody slapped their own sticker on it. Where was it made? Fuck, who knows? Japan, Korea, Viet Cong, who knows? Oh, look at that. It's even got a manufacturing date, 1983. That fucker's near 40 years old. Perfect, huh? So we're gonna grab some tools, we're gonna tear this son of a bitch down, and I'll bring you back. Okay. Magnetic tray. There's about 3 different kind of fasteners holding the door on, so that's good. Let me get this thing off here, get it out of the way. Then we can assess the rest of this thing. Comes out there pretty good considering that bolt's bent. Screw, bolt, whatever you want to say. It's a machine-headed bolt. I don't know if you can see it, but coming out the other end, it's like that. I'll get you. Let's go over here. Yep. Yes, we'll get the rest of the tools in there before too long, but working with what we got for right now. If you're paying attention to the videos, you know what's going on. So this is your base, your guide. As I stated in a previous video, I took the top guide off to use on a meat cutting bandsaw over there. I had to fucking sterilize the hell out of it, but it works. So these little rollers, well dried out, little worse for wear. I'm gonna look and see if I don't mind making the pieces and whatnot. I'm gonna look and see what you can get generic ones, guides for it. Probably should put 2 new guides on it. Those aren't that one doesn't sound good at all. Thing's fucking near 40 years old, alright? I don't sound that good either. Here. We'll take I know you can see that one. That one's bent to shit. Of course, probably been dropped a couple of times. We could, guess we could do some lathe work, huh? Make a nice knob? Yeah, fuck it, why not? Why not? Okay. Need a 1/2-inch socket. You look over here. Over here. I'll break that down too. You probably take this knob out of here, throw it in a magnetic tray so we don't lose it. This is for the holding the door closed. So this does have a guide on it that falls in line with the, you can see the groove, they mesh together. Well, this one doesn't, this one goes to the bottom one, so the other one would on here. And these rollers do bolt in the sides. This one, it's pinned in there. I assume that pin is pressed through, but that bearing doesn't feel the best either, and it's kind of loose, so it doesn't do a very good job of guiding your blades around. We'll see what we can source for that. That might be interesting. We might be getting creative there, I don't know. So this, now why this piece is here, why that fucking thing is on there, I have no idea, because I promise you that is not from the factory. It doesn't even fit the style. So again, that sits in the flat in there. Nothing more in there really to, and that one's actually straight, so that's good. That's good, real good. I want to see if there's any play in this gearbox, per se. Not much. I mean, the pulley doesn't move. It doesn't have any wobble in it, so that's good. That's not to say that there's any lubricant in the box, but again, it probably looks like that. whatever. The hinge pin doesn't seem like it's too bad. So that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and set these parts down here on the stool. We're gonna go ahead and take our fence off. This is capable of doing mitered cuts, so a lot of the older ones just had a 90-degree bolted in fence, but that would have probably, this is probably actually pretty new for that era, I would suppose. Compared to some of them you might see out there. So again, good shape, no wear. We just have to buff it down, clean it up. That's our stop point. We can leave that there. There's no reason to take that out. We'll just work around it when we're cleaning things up. Since 3/4. So this would be your crank-in clamp. So you can hear that is a little bit, might leave a little bit to be desired there. She might need a little work in that area. So we'll move this stuff. We even got the anvil set up. We gotta do some repairs on that eventually. We don't need an anvil right now, so we're not fixing an anvil right now. I can assure you. I don't have no time for that shit. Put this back. Put it 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 back. This thing's kind of kick ass, and I don't even have it 20% loaded yet. So, I'll bring it back. I don't know why I put everything away, but I did. So, we gotta get this belt off here so we can try to get one matched up at Napa, because you know that thing isn't gonna last very long. I can promise you that. So, there's that. Is this 3/4 horsepower? Oh yeah, just give her. So that's your tensioner bolt there. Along with the way that motor hangs back, but you wanna back that sucker way out, and then you should be able to slide your motor up like EA. And if you sit, you don't sit very well, do you? You don't sit very well. Take that off. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't think that one is, got too many more R's in her. She ain't gonna go around the world too many more times. So we'll get that one. It's got all the specs on there. Sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this open. I wanna take a look inside there. I want to see what's going on in there. Nothing has any wobble in it. There's just a little bit of end play in it, but for fuck, it probably was from the factory. Sweet. Let's open that bastard up and see what kind of a mess that is inside. It feels okay. It's not. It doesn't have any grinding going on in there, but it's definitely that one. It's probably never been opened either. On. Oh, yeah. So I'm not sure what that was for gear oil, but lubricant. But she's slimy now, and the cork gasket has broke down and made its way in there, so that's good, right? What do you suppose that is? Ooh, peanut butter. It's like warm peanut butter right there, I tell you what. Well, it looks like we're going to be making a new gasket anyway. Hey! More gasket cutting on the Rick Bork channel. Boo! Shut up. Fucking A. Everybody else on the Squatch channel is like, oh my god, I can cut a gasket. Nobody gives a shit. We're gonna have to clean some of that out of there though, because otherwise it's gonna fucking flow all over the place. We're gonna get some disposable rags because our I get some more of them son of bitches too when they're on sale. I have to look for some sales. Because everything on sale in the world right now. Everything in the world's so cheap right now. Look at that shit coming out of there. Holy shit, hold on to your britches, bitches. It's gold colored too. I don't know if that's material. Maybe the bastard will be loose once I get the fucker cleaned out. I have no idea. Probably shouldn't even be fucking getting this on my hands. It's almost like fucking Cosmoline. Ew, it looks like the shit that Kyle was digging out of his dozer. Oh yeah, look at it. Junky. It did real good when it sucked that fucking cork gasket in there, which is probably what the material, the gear oil is consisted of. Look at that. Oh, that's probably what made it so thick. Ground up cork. Real good, real good. It's definitely gold. It's no wonder this fucker didn't like to work when it was cold out. Pretty much any time when it was down in the pole barn, you wanted to use it in the winter, it said, fuck you. Oh. Yeah, just get you some of that. Keep in mind, this thing was sitting on the floor, it was 100 fucking degrees. I promise you that floor is damn near 100 degrees. To make the air temp in here, what, 70, 76 right now. That's why I got the window open with a nice little breeze going, but holy shit. Alright, so we're going to actually end up breaking this fucker down further than I expected because, well, I want to clean that gearbox out, and I suspect that shaft, because this is cast this way, has to come out this end. That means this cover's got to be removed, which means that pulley, well, I guess it doesn't have to come off, does it? Are we slotted there? We are slotted there. Huh! Now that I look at it, we're slotted there. So, instead of taking that pulley off, we'll take these bolts out. This cover off, or this side plate off here. This does not have the belt cover. So when I shorted you on making the belt cover for the drill press, because we just plastic welded it, this one doesn't even have one. So we'll have to figure out something for that again to try to keep the belt clean and all the other happy schmidt. More bolts. Okay, need a 7/16 wrench. Or 11mm if you're feeling metric. Am I wrong there? Maybe it's 1/2 inch. Oh yeah! Shit. I wasn't even paying attention. I need some liquid precision. I've only had one beer tonight. So that's where that stands. And well, it's just not good. It's not healthy like that. I tell you. Okay. Put this one off here. That off there, and now that motor swings all the way around. So, as you could probably imagine, with how thick that gear oil is, it's been leaking. So which means, if we go ahead and change that shit, we're probably gonna make ourselves a little bit of a mess. So we're probably gonna need a seal in here. And what does that involve? Well, those are screws for that retainer, which still means I need to get the damn pulley off. So, I don't know what size Allen head that is. It doesn't matter, because chances are you're smart enough to go buy a fucking new bandsaw and not restore a 40-year-old one. So. That actually came loose instead of stripping out the Allen wrench, which is fucking amazing. Okay. Back that off a little ways just in case it's in a taper or a flat. Oh, come on, Rick. If we need to, we'll get a puller on it, but I'm hoping a couple of taps on it with a hammer. Drive that sucker out that way. So we get a punch. A punch, 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 and a hammer, hammer, hammer. Now if your hands are large enough to do this, and it'll actually move. It's actually coming off there. Perfect. We didn't even have to get creative with a puller. Sweet. And there is a flat on that shaft for that pulley to engage into, so these parts like this are going to have to go in a separate container so we can clean them up. I'm thinking I want to use an oil drain pan, but we use this pan for now. Just set them on the edge. all these ones that are going to need to be degreased and dejunctified. So now we can take these screws out. I'm assuming there's some type of seal. On this. Little retainer plate. And it's like a little bearing there. Yep. Ew. I can tell you, look at the fucking goo that comes out of that thing. So I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a sealed bearing. Yes, it is. That's not anymore. So that's real good, real good. So again, we're probably gonna have to take this motor off to make this head easier to move around and utilize. So 9/16 on that. So we'll grab one of them. Because where we're of wiring issues, I'm hoping there's enough wire lead here that I can just lay this motor on the floor and not have to completely take the wires off the frame. But if we have to, we'll flip the frame over and do that too. More parts. Now, once I take this motor off, you're gonna be a little heavy on your end, so if you go flying off and land on the floor, that's not my fault. Yes, we have enough slack, so that's good. I'm happy about that. Put that bolt back through there for now. Okay, so how exactly I'm getting all this out of here, I don't exactly know yet. It would be nice to let it just stand up and drain for a couple of days. I suppose I could. If I put my pan up there, oofta. And we're gonna go ahead and put this hardware. Boy, this stuff is sticky. Good Lord. You don't even need a magnetic tray. You just need something that it'll stick in. Okay. Look alive, look alive. So what I'm going to attempt to do here is raise this thing up and have all that garbage drain out like that, right there. So we need to pull the rest of this gasket material out of here. And you can see it, that gasket got dissolved by the lubricant, and it just became, it ground it right into the material, into the oil. So for what, I'm guessing that's what the thickener is. Some of it. Sorry, you're not even watching. Ha! Just staring off into space. So, I don't have a lot of other options here to let this drain out and then brake clean the hell out of it and then figure out how to get the rest of it apart. I don't know if that shaft and gear need to come out this way or from this side. I don't actually, oh yep, I do. Never mind. I was gonna say I don't see a retainer on it, but I see a set screw there. So if I get that set screw off and then bring that shaft through, there's another retainer on this side. Another retaining plate. So that actually must mean that gear comes off too. Right? Let's get in here with some brake cleaner. Clean that biatch out. We're gonna try out the CRC for first. I haven't used CRC in years. I used to use it years ago. I didn't like it. The episode's got a lot better. Their 13-ounce cans of Max of Mac brand was more than this. This is 1 pound 7 ounces, so 23 ounces versus 13, and it was cheaper. If it works, I will buy the hell out of it. I don't know where it's made. Where is it made? Made in the USA. Huh. That shit. Right there. So I could give them half credit for that. Where's the Mac stuff made? Now we gotta do a product review. We gotta get the Mac brake cleaner over here. Max. Sorry, it's Max, not Mac. Oh, this one's made in the USA too. Made in the USA. Alright. So, I guess neither one of them have that edge against it. Against the other, so. Alright. Holy shit, Flake. It's got some snart to it. Doesn't have a little indicator on the top where you can. I don't really care for the smell of this shit. Non-flammable. Fuck's sake. Look at that gunk. Ew. That's real nice. Real good. I'm just going to let that fucker drain out for a couple of days, because why not? See if the Max. M-A-X, M-A-C, apostrophe S. I don't know if that cuts it any better, but... non-chlorinated. Is this chlorinated? It must be, that's why it smells different. Number 1 brand, 50 years it says. I don't fucking know. Neither one of them really want to touch this shit. Try to get behind it, cut underneath it. Ew. Tough on grease, not on cork. Fuck's sake. Who's texting me now? Yeah, I don't like how this stuff smells at all. It's terrible. Okay. Yeah, I'll just stay there. It's non-inflammable, right? Non-inflammable. Alright, so I decided I wanted to play with the 2-jaw puller. Well, the Bandsaw decided they wanted me to play with the 2-jaw puller. At least enough to crack this bastard loose, because I think the shaft is bigger than my forcing, or smaller than my forcing screw, but hopefully I get the fucker moving anyway. Oh. If I get it started, then it should come off there pretty easy. It's a set screw with a keyway. Yeah, it's already moving. And that's as far as I can push it. Because that little end is too big, and now I could turn down another end, I suppose, on the lathe. See if I get this bastard off here. It's leaking on the floor right now. I was kind of hoping I could just get it moving and the fucker to pop off there. But come on, you prick. Yep. He's coming. Gotta hook your finger underneath that bastard. Pull up. One finger. There. Okay, we got that one off. Oh, we got the end of the bearing too, so that's good. That's real good. So we should be able to take this retainer off, which the retainer's fucking collapsed anyway. Probably from trying to drive the damn thing out. And that was cone that a little bit. Hammer will flatten that back out. Ain't no thing but chicken wing. So I don't know didn't know that came off there. Apparently that comes off there, eh? Perfect. That's supposed to be a seal. Try to pop it back in a little bit. Nope. Coming out. Oh, that is. Yeah, there's a little seal here now. See? Oh. Ew. Now I gotta see if there's a fucking snap ring in there that holds the bearing in place. Oh, I don't see one. I do not see a bearing on there. I see a number on it though, so that's good. Perfect. Okay. So that's like a double stack of bearings on that. There's two of them in a row with a polymer spacer in between. I better put this over here in the window because the floor is too warm to be setting it down over there. So, son of a bitch, it's warm in here. I don't know what the temp is, but it's warm. 80. Zoom in on it if you can't see shit. Oh, whatever. Okay. Here she is. Entirely broken down. Other than popping a couple of bearings off. But I'm going to spec those and order bearings for it. I'm sure I'll be able to get something that's close. Otherwise, we'll have to do a little sizing. But, worst problems to have. So, earlier we verified the motor works. So, other than cleaning that thing up, probably blow it out real good. That pulley doesn't have a bearing in it. That's just a bushing on that one. So, we'll take it apart, lube it up. It's just a snap ring and a washer that holds that on there. So we'll need bearings for the gear, for the drive gear, for the worm gear. We'll need bearings for those two shafts. I did go ahead and pull the electrical apart because you can see the toggle switch here is, well, somebody kind of fuckered that thing. So it, we may as well just rewire the damn thing so it's correct and we don't have a fire hazard. Main frame looks pretty darn good, other than it needs to be cleaned up and, you know, the typical standard. And then the miscellaneous hardware, nothing looks like it's too wore out. The main frame, the bed plate there, that's obviously got to be cleaned down. I wish I had a sandblasting cabinet, but I don't. I'd just take them all the way down and then paint them back, but we'll buff them off and clean them up and paint them. Then our covers there, somebody added a little bit of hardware, a little piece of metal there, we'll get rid of that. Side plates and just miscellaneous hardware. We'll have to make a couple of knobs because they're a little dinged up. And other than that, we got her broke down. It wasn't a huge process, but it took a little while. So, pieces and parts, we're going to go through it all one at a time here in probably a couple episodes. We'll get this son of a bitch back and running, and we got to build a stand for it. So while I have it broke down, I'll probably build the stand for the base and get that underway. That way I can get in that bastard in paint, and the paint can sit and cure for a little bit. So that'll probably be our next step in this process, other than ordering bearings, but there's nothing to see there. That's just me dicking around on the internet, trying to be a cheapskate and not spend any money. So if you guys like what I'm doing, throw me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, ring the bell, get my notifications. Memberships are down there if you want one, and I do appreciate it because, well, it helps us do this shit on the channel. Yeah, we'll get this 40-year-old bandsaw back up and running. Appreciate y'all. See you on the next one.